Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream. Willparman here, and this is the last Rise of the Tomb Raider live stream. So what we're gonna do is focus on the Blood Ties DLC in Croft Manor. Now, I've never done any of the DLC. I don't know what to really do, and I thought this was a part of the as it shows like expedition mode. I don't know what this one's gonna be. We're going to focus on this one during this stream, but if we finish and there's like 2 hours left or something, then we could give this one a try. Otherwise, there's no point. I don't want to go back into just do collectibles. That's not right for you guys, and quite frankly, that's not fair. So, I want to make sure everything's ready. My goal is to generally just finish off this game entirely, pretty much. I feel like doing just a few bits of the DLC, not this one specifically, but like I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like just doing this one, because I know this one counts, and from what I know of the DLC in this one, it's actually pretty damn good. Well, not pretty damn good because there's no killing involved, but even so, like I imagine its gameplay is gonna be pretty good. It requires a lot more strategy in mind, it requires a lot more memorization, it requires me to actually look upon what I've got. So that's it. Let's just go into it. Blood Ties. Let's get this on.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe.
So what this requires me is to actually, hold on, to better put it, I need to actually look through these documents, pretty much everything I'm gonna get. Everything that's gonna be happening is gonna be of important notice. Well, not everything, but so it's a majority of it. I have to shift through what's important. As to what they'll hold, I don't know. So, like, I never made it that far into the story, but hey, let's do it. Let's have a look-see around the room and just find what comes naturally. I'm looking forward to this.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect, such grace and calm, I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
That's pretty sweet.
It
Pretty
must
cool.
have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Hello.
This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Interesting coat he has on.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
Neat.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
Ooh. I always knew that my parents met Oxford, but never the circumstances, just like Dad. Arguing mythology was a way to flirt.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing.
The treasure of the ancients.
That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Okay. Is that all? Oh no, that's just this treasure map I forgot about.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Sorry. Sorry about that, it was a scam. Is there anything in there? Hello.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
Researching into what? Alright, that looks to be... Nope.
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Oh, Roth. It's a shame what happened to you. Alright, that looks... Nope, there's still some stuff. This is why I look. It's important. Ooh.
One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
This is creepy. I'm not kidding. I don't... This is just scary. Alright, that looks to be everything. For real this time.
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Alright, let's explore.
The door to the library.
What the hell? What the hell happened? What'd you do? I was getting into it. What the hell, game? Come on. You could do it. Okay. What the hell happened? Croft Manor. Continue story. Like, what the hell happened? That was bullshit.
The door to the library.
Alright. Before we do that, I want to explore everywhere else.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Interesting. Like, don't get me wrong, this is pretty neat and all, but like I can't help but notice like the Egyptian like symbol down where the X is. Like, what?
Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
Okay.
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Pretty neat. This looks like, with like the groove that's there, it looks like it could be cut in half. That's pretty cool, man. Egyptian mythology isn't exactly my favorite mythology, but it's actually pretty neat.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
What? Wait. Huh? How dare you? How rude.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
May I?
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one
Hey,
of the
Dylan?
first things to fix.
That is a good question. You see, but thankfully I know the answer to it, okay? It's simple. First, you gotta cut off, well, cut off per se, but like, you gotta have a lot of blood, like, bleeding out and everything, okay? Like, a lot of it has to be, like, dripping off your arm, okay? So after that, you have to go, like, and you have to have two arms. You can't have the same arm, okay? You gotta have blood from two different arms, otherwise it's gonna look, the same. So you need, like, I guess 2 people would be good, okay? Just follow me on this one, okay? Okay, just follow me. What you gotta do is just, like, put the 2 arms together, per se, where the blood is going, and then just, like, kind of, like, make a knot out of it. Like, make a blood out of a knot. Like a knot out of blood.
I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
This looks cool, but at the same time, very weird. Like, looking at it back from this angle, it looks weird. This looks weird, but not that weird. Master key?
This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking. Love R. Richard.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see.
What are you doing sitting on the floor, Mistress Lara?
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
That's neat.
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
What the hell are you?
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
This looks like a ring. An amulet? weird.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these
Hey,
days.
Crunchy. Exploring the DLC, that's all. Let's see. Wait, what was that? Wait, I never went. Hello, what are you? I never noticed you.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
I'm doing pretty good. Game is acting weird like a while ago.
Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long, I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for, I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
She sounds like a robot in here.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
What the hell? Wait, what? What are you? I can't tell if you're like a flashlight or like a part of a camera. What are you? What are you? Ooh, flashlight. So it was a flashlight.
Should be able to explore the dark now.
Alright, this way's blocked. Can't go into that way. So let's start up at the upper levels and then I'll work our way down.
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just
Master key, huh?
Need to open this. Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
So what about here? No? Alright, is there anything to do with... Doesn't seem like there's anything down that way. Doesn't seem like there's anything down this way. Ugh. My. Alright, so we'll open up a secret passage, because it looks like that's the only way to go. Neat.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
So our mother's name is Amelia de Mornay before Amelia Croft. That's pretty neat. Amelia de Mornay. Not bad a name. Kind of like a nobleman. A noble name, sorry. I mean, I know she is from the sounds of all the letters.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
That's pretty sweet, man. That's cool.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Before I do that, let me guess, a master key? Thought so. That was a rat.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
So I was born at the time then, huh? Or was this a different Lara? Now it's just named that, like, this Lara Croft was named after this. What was that? I don't think there's anyone down here, like there shouldn't be.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
Yeah, this place is very creepy.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, She set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. And before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
That's our Lara.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
Alright, doesn't look like there's anything left, and I want to, like, explore as much as I can, like 1 out of 2 mirrors? Interesting. Anyway, like, I want to explore as much as I can.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good Lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. 2 roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
I'm gonna say yes.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise.
Ooh.
It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
I want to know. Let me in on it. When everyone gets in a group like that, and the way you make it sound, maybe we should pick up bottles and just throw the damn bottles. Welcome back. Hui. So, what's up down this way?
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Hold on one second.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him.
I like the way the pieces are. Those are neat pieces.
I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Maybe.
But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win.
Is it possible
Knight
we can
takes
play
queen.
Minecraft tomorrow?
What I mean to say
I don't plan
is
on
try
hooking
to
up my
enjoy
PS4 and
the
everything for
journey,
Minecraft,
Lara.
man.
Don't
I don't feel
rush
like
to
it.
victory. Bishop to King 7.
And
I
considering
know,
I lost
Winston.
a lot of stuff, I
just
don't
want...
feel like playing Minecraft
Oh,
again
no!
for a while.
I didn't even see that.
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady.
I mean, I'm sorry,
Nate
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
Damn it. Crowbar, huh? And besides, I have another game for tomorrow.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Okay, this is weird, but pretty neat design.
Dad, this is it. The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Dude, that is
Look
cool.
there. See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
Wait, is this the surprise? Hold on, they set up tripwires and everything. Oh, that's cool. They set up the circle right there. That's the tripwire. The bird. Oh, that's cool. What's in this? Come on.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
That's neat. Hey, it's the circle for infinity. It's the symbol for infinity. Hello, what are you?
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Oh, that's even better, the way they did that. They really went all out for that birthday. They must have had a serious blast.
Water damage from the main hall above.
This is water damage? That's some damage. That's a lot of damage. What the hell? Secrets of the past? Where the hell am I? Open the power. Yes, I wanted to see this.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Aw. How have you not noticed that before? This thing is cool. I would so love this thing. There's a few things in here.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
One and three.
There's a missing page.
Where's number 2? Interesting. Or maybe that was hidden on purpose.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Good choice, man.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Ooh. They really went all out. You gotta admire that stuff.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
Yeah, like everyone needs that, though. Doesn't matter how famous you are, just... you gotta live life.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Eh.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off.
That's a shame.
Or didn't I put it back properly?
Where is his head? Master key, huh? I'm curious about something. I felt like something open. No.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The
BC.
Croft family crest and initials. BC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
It's a neat lighter, that's for sure. New gear acquired. Hold
Okay,
X when fireplace.
should be able to light the fireplace now.
Okay.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Alright.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Hello.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Got cakes Nita Williams. Oh wait, hold on. Lara. Gotta cakes next to Williams Blake. Baka Jaka Jala Jabba cakes. Welcome back. Wait, what's that first word? It's driving me insane. Come on. All I got is cakes next to Williams Blake.
I remember this now.
Ooh.
Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
It's pretty cool.
Those were good times. The best times. Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Alright. Damn it. I thought I could jump to it.
Blank, except for the image of a key.
Wait.
I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink.
I
It could
thought
only
so.
be seen with the heat of a fire. I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
Alright. Now that I'm near a fire. Here.
Blank, except for the image of a key. This is the map I made for my first expedition. A picture with
only be seen.
I can see the map.
There
Looks
we
like
go.
the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Let's see, if the desk is right there, we're right by the fire. In other words, looks like it's right by that bookshelf.
X marks the spot, as they say.
Bingo.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Alright. With the master key in hand.
This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing. I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Winston's great. He's like Jonah. I won't go in here yet, but you were the way in here. Okay. Weren't you a door just a second ago? She said there was more clues in here, but I don't see any. Unless...
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one?
This remains the combination relates in the...
Okay, Dad's clues mention
Entire
Mum's
master
paintings
bedroom.
and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
So far, it looks like I collected... Well, I mean, there's still a ton of stuff I gotta collect, but I figured out more than at least half. there any like other hidden room? No. Seeing this place destroyed is a sin. I believe this one might need... Nope, I just need the master key. First thing I thought I needed a crowbar.
The Croft family crest.
That's pretty cool. So this is the family crest, huh?
Worse than I thought.
Oh my god. I don't like this. Not one little bit.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
At least that makes it a little bit better, but even so. It's crazy how outside is destroyed, but in here it's almost untouched.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of De Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Let me put that as Chrome. Because it looks like that. Well, I'm not exactly sure of it. This looks like something a part of the clue. Like, she said 4 days till the birthday, and the clues say Amelia's birthday. I imagine that has something to do with it, so I'm just keeping a notice, you know?
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
It's a beautiful ring, but why is it on the bed?
The inscription is faded.
but you kind of can. Something years. All I got is an LLY for the second letter, but it's. And I think I see an R near the front. Maybe it says like truly yours or something. I don't know.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather? Or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
This is a cool one. I like this one. This is cool.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
Okay, that's weird. To open.
At least that old thing still works.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young. I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. I think this was Dad's pocket watch.
I always found a good appeal towards pocket watches.
Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Midnight. Midnight. I'm gonna assume that's part of like the key, so I'm gonna just mark it with 12. I don't know what to expect, but I honestly don't know.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Come on. What's this?
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
That's a weird design.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
A October 13th.
October 13th, Mum's birthday.
That's it. Okay, got that.
Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
October.
There's a date. October something. Damn, the number is faded.
Okay, I don't think I need the 12. This is... No, I think I might just take... I'll leave the 12. So October, which is 11. So we have a few things. I believe the crown played a part into it. There's the number 4, which represents the 4 days before. There's October, which is the 11th, pretty much. No, that's November. It's the 10th. October is the 10th month. My mistake. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 10th. Yeah, just making sure. So we have October, which is the 10th. The crown, I want to say, is a clue, because considering if it did, it changed. There's the number 4, which represents the 4 days before her birthday, which I think might play a part into it. There's the 13th, and then there's 12, which represents the 12 o'clock. So, and the 13th is the birthday. So...
The anniversary was in October, but which day? Oh, I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. Okay, Laura, keep it together. We're starting to see things.
What did she see?
Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence.
Oh, no.
It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely.
Oh,
Yours,
no.
Winston.
That means Anna was Winston's idea. Like, don't get me wrong. Anna was already influencing, Richard, already. So they've already met and was already talking to each other. But I had no idea that bringing her to the manor was Winston's idea. I had no idea. Oh, no. Well, I mean, I'm sure it helped in some ways, but even though... Damn.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
This is a pretty neat...
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
What's this?
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small. Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
Good question.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
But this one is...
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Hello.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue.
Really?
Written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out.
Aww.
We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Let's see. 28. Not bad. Alright, let's get back to doing this. Like, I don't know where this other stuff is, but for the most part, I think we have everything we're gonna need.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues.
Alright, there's a 3-thing
Let's see if I
code.
can figure this out.
Now... hold up a sec, there's something I want to look at. Alright, the Egyptian
The
crown.
Pharaoh's crown.
Because
from
this
my
this
birthday
had like
treasure
this
hunt.
twin symbols.
How
Now I know
old
this may
was
not
I
be
again?
important,
6,
but it
8.
says the hieroglyph corresponds to a number. So I imagine that number could be important. Considering this is the first one,
I
might be a
remember
chance.
this. Dad gave it to
10
Mum on
and
her birthday.
October 13. This could be the code. So,
I remember this now. Each
twin
district in
birds
ancient Egypt had a symbol and
right
a
next to
number.
each other.
I always preferred these
So it
symbols to
looks
the
like
actual
that's the number
hieroglyphs.
5. So 5, 13?
That didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No,
No?
that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues.
Okay. Let's see. Wait a second. Something's bothering me.
The
Crown.
pharaoh's crown from my birthday.
Yeah, that's the number 5.
I remember this now. This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It
I don't think
shows
this
a
has any
path to
sort
the
of
library
value.
through the servants' passages. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. Blank, except a picture with Dad and Anna. I would play chess with our...
Where is... Clues, here we go.
For God's sake,
All right.
memorize the combination.
Laura's
you
expedition
fool.
treasure.
Lara's expedition treasure. My
Crown.
favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Day of our wedding. Favorite painting of Amelia. By Amelia. Alright, Laura's expedition treasure is the crown, which means the number 5. Her birthday's the 13th, but that can't be it. October's 10th.
No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues.
I know that. Wait. Crown is 5.
No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No, that's not it.
What am I missing? The safe combination clues. These are the clues.
The pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
Wait. Wait.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
I need to head back. But before I do... 813?
No, that didn't work. The answer has to
613.
be in the clues.
713. 710.
No, that's not it.
Damn it, why only 3 digits?
No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues.
I don't want to spend time just looking at... Gotta rush over back to Amelia's room to find out that favorite painting. If it's even in here. Still don't know what the password. No, this is in the way. One of these has to be his favorite painting. What was the... It was,
I believe it. I returned home this afternoon to collect the
Blocks
last of my
of red.
paintings.
Blocks of red. Is there something hidden in this picture? I don't see anything. Blocks of red. I smell getting him back. Turn home. My favorite painting by Amelia. Red blocks. There has to be more to this clue. Hello.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
It's right here. What does that have to do with the clue? know there is. Red blocks. Is it possible that my favorite painting by Amelia?
For God's sake, memorize
Is it
the
possible
combination,
that
you fool.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings.
simple
I
abstract
suppose I
blocks
should
of
say
red? There are precisely 4. Now, if we were to put the combination together in the way that it was specified,
For God's sake,
Lara's
memorize the
picture
combination, you fool.
means the number 5 was
Lara's
depicted on the
expedition
crown.
treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia.
The number
of
of
our wedding
blocks that
anniversary.
relates to Amelia's picture equals the number 4. And the day of our wedding, I'm going to say it's the number 4 or something. 'Cause that's the only number that fits with all the clues that I found thus far.
No, that's
Four,
not
five,
it.
4. 4, 4, 5.
No, that didn't work.
Damn it,
The
what is
answer
that
has to be
code?
in the clues.
8, 4, 4. 4, 4, 8.
No,
4,
that's
4.
not it.
4, 6, 4.
No, that didn't work.
Four,
The answer has to be in
6.
the clues.
6, 4, 4. I don't understand. What is the
No,
code?
that didn't work. The answer has to be in the
I don't want to
clues.
just shift around, looking through numbers, and just... There has to be another way. What clues am I missing?
For God's sake,
missing
memorize
something.
the combination, you fool.
For God's sakes, memorize the combination. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary. Her birthday was on the 13th. The stopwatch is on the stops at the 12th. October 10th. Well, October is the 10th month. The crown equals to number 5. What is the code? Why have to go through everything? I don't understand the code. Like, excuse me, I want to keep my phone charged. There has to be something in here. Visible link. Croft. Subtle threat, a brother's plea. What are you two? I wish they were more specific, like more of located in Croft Manor. What side? The west side, east side, north side, west, south side? Where are you? Games we played. Journey, locating Croft Manor. I think. Birthday expedition.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's
Egyptians.
birthday expedition.
I don't understand. Maybe... What was that? Photo of Amelia on her wedding day.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
Number? Oh. Her wedding day. Maybe I was...
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. I don't have any memory of this.
Amelia's wedding ring.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. Dad became interested.
What is it? Cross family crest. Man, what? Map of Rosaria. Cross diploma. Renovations.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
Find out what you are. Fuck. I'm gonna take my headset off. Shit. I don't know. Ow.
A picture with Dad and Anna.
Been around to the entire house, but there's no way of finding it. Like, I don't understand. Like, am I missing something? Like... Want. What? What do we know so far? Alright, let's look at the clues. If we could depict that, then maybe we could get the rest of it. Alright, what are the clues? I don't exactly understand. Now,
Forgot.
expedition treasure, that's 5. If we're right about the number of I don't think we were on the wrong, like, I was right about the first part. Like, I may have gotten the last number wrong, but surely it's something at least. Like, I'll talk to you later, man. Like, you gotta leave me be. I'm a little busy right now. Sorry about that. But surely we gotta, like, there's not like 4 numbers or anything, so we can do this. Let's just put them in, like, Lars Expedition 5, that's 4 for the paintings. So what is the combination? 5, 4, 1?
No.
5, 4,
That's not it.
2. 5, 4, 3.
No, that didn't work.
5,
The
4,
answer has
4.
to be in the clues.
I don't want to just do this. Like, I want to get this right, like, trying, but 4, 7?
No, that's not it.
4, 8?
No, that didn't
5,
work.
4,
The answer has
9?
to be that one.
Hey! First thing I thought it was going to be like 0 or a pound or something. Open Lord props. Safe.
It makes me happy to know
Happy to
that
know
they're
you
kept
kept
safe.
this. Looks like a handprint.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Wow. So that's what happened with her mother.
Dad, what did you do?
That's a good question.
Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it.
So his whole, like, story was, like, he just wants to bring back the woman he loved.
Handwritten. This is the only copy.
That's gonna come in handy.
Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page.
Looks like there's a hole right there, but...
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
I mean, it could be with the invisible ink. I wouldn't be surprised.
A hidden message.
Here we go. This looks like... the cellar. Hello.
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Okay, let's try and put these in order, shall we? I'm gonna just, like, freeze the image on here. If I can. Wish I could, but I can't. Just give me a sec. Let's see. I'm just gonna freeze it like that. Alright. And we're just gonna open up the booklet again. Okay. And then look at where is Amelia's painting? Blank letter. Hieroglyph worksheet. Okay.
I remember this now.
So
Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol
first
and
one
a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyph.
looks like this one. Doesn't look there's any difference, so I'm gonna assume the first number's a 1. And the second one looks like... Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can't catch it. Let's see, what are you? Okay, Let's see. If you were to go like that, you look like the number 4, and the last one looks like the bird. Not like the number 5, but it looks like you don't look like 18. Not 9, 8. You look like the number 2, so 142. Just gonna fast forward all the way. I never saw that before. Hello. Let's put on number 1, 4, 2.
That worked.
Now this is weird.
Damn, locked in. Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Whoa. Look at the TV. What the? What is this? But you have the answers.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
So this is something he had placed in secret, but... So, this is... weird. The hell?
The missing page from the renovation plans. They
That's
didn't
why I
want
was
anyone
getting...
outside the family knowing about this crypt.
Nope, that's why I was separated from the rest. Because that one held the location of the crypt.
My love, it is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment, only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
That's sad. I imagine... Oh, no, it's best not to say.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave. Might be able to use this to
Crowbar.
access other parts of the manor.
Neat.
Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night.
It's weird. I mean, the weird, like... It's kind of like a weird casing, but still kind of cool, you know? It's weird, it's fascinating.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
You
Wait,
brought
so
her
she's
home.
here.
She's here, somewhere. This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Still pretty neat, like a jade dragon. Well, I'm assuming it's jade.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all.
You know what, Atlas?
Atlas.
You better pray I don't ever come across you in any of the games. I swear to God. Any of the future games, I mean.
Knowledge. There must be so many
fucking
secrets
shit stain.
hidden in here.
All he ever cared about was his, he cared about his family, but only in the way that it keeps his he values the fame in it. That's what it sounds like. He doesn't care about her life, so long as it benefit the family or something. How should I word this? So long as her life meant that the family would live on, like, through success, never mind her happiness, success of the family, then fuck it. Amelia could live or whatever, but for her finding her own happiness, and considering the fact that Richard did everything for her, and everything she was very happy to be a part of, Atlas, you can go fuck yourself to hell, man.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Weird. Now that's fascinating. The way it was placed on the wall is fascinating to me because that looks intentional to me. Like, look, like, doing this was fine, because you're separating parts and you're making, like, an engravement. You could have made this as flat as a wall, or, like, put a little hole where you just put on a nail and just... But no, you have it placed like that. this looks intentional, as if you're gonna put it into something and just slide it or something, you know? I don't...
Past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
No, Lara.
Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
Whoa. That looks like the stuff I just went through in the story. This looks like... To think it was right there all this time. No, Lara. In the end, Richard was only obsessed with immortality in the hopes he could find a solution to bring Amelia back. Or that's how it's looking in my opinion. You guys can say whatever you want. Huh. I never saw this before.
This picture was taken in the library.
1820.
1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
Is that all? Sorry, Lara. Hello.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west, our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
I just had a gut feeling. What?
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy. One that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
That's cool, man. Sounds like he understands at least a little bit.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
Before I do anything, I want to explore this tomb just a little bit. Doesn't look like there's anything here, so...
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey.
I'm doing pretty good,
You
Scopus.
become who you are through your choices.
You're...
Through the
Remind me,
love
you're
you
hype,
give
right?
And the promises you keep.
With all the... I think...
I hope you are happy. That you are loved and successful
you're...
in whatever it is you choose
This is the
to
same
do.
channel you used my last
I
stream.
am proud of you, my darling. Remember me with all my love, your mother.
Okay, it's good to know.
What's this? A letter.
Like this.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish.
Yes!
If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services.
Fuck you.
Sincerely, your uncle.
Alice is a shit stain on earth.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Not like your uncle who wants to bury us. But still, this is cool. This was a great DLC, alright? So... I wish there was more action in this. I really wish there was more action, but hell. This was pretty good. And I almost got all the relics and documents. I'm satisfied. 92%, I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. But I don't know how I missed some. When it feels like I managed to get all of them.
I can still remember the
My
last
pistols!
time I fired these.
Looks like there's some stuff on here. The Atlas!
The Atlas. Such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me.
Aw, that's cool. And this is the sword.
The broken sword I brought back from Yamatai.
Is there any other neat stuff around? Oh, come on, there's one more. There has to be one I can find. I want to know what the last one is. Oh man. Where is it? Bugger. Whatever, I'm not gonna bother wasting my time going around the manor just to find one relic and 3 other documents among the 96 stuff I had to find in the first place. Still, this was a pretty good DLC, even despite there being no action. I literally had to put a lot of thought into this, into my brain, everything. Still, like, that's the end of this one. Let's check out what the beginning of Laura's Nightmare is. I don't know what that one is, but it doesn't... I've never seen this. Like, what is it? Okay, no, never mind. I take it back. I don't see any... There's no point. So, yeah, that's the end of this one. Marketplace. "20-year celebration pack." What do I get? No, we will... Oh, I guess I can't get rid of you. I still don't know how to use these cards. Holy crap. Like... I'm curious. Expeditions. So these are where the cards come in. Okay. These are where the cards come in. I'm assuming. But no. It looks like that's where the cards come in. I don't know what, but I imagine that from the way that I was looking, that looks like where the cards come in. So that's been Rise of the Tomb Raider. Tomorrow, let me think. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna download Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We're gonna be playing that tomorrow. Like I said before in the previous stream, I've only seen 25 minutes of it. I'm not gonna bother wasting my not to say I'm not gonna bother wasting my time, but I don't want to spoil it. I've never seen it. I've seen trailers of it, like of many years when I was it was going to be released, but I completely forgot it ever existed. Believe it or not, up until now. So I don't know what to really expect. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to find in the game. I have never seen any footage of it except for yesterday, where I see in a few days ago, where I saw 25 minutes. For all intents and purposes, this is going to be among one of the few games I'm going to go into blind. Like, I don't know what to expect, so I'm going to be looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. So, but that's the end of this stream. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, join my Discord server in the description below, where you can tell me any games you want to see me stream. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Laters!